The Stedman Jaguar TS100 is a rare British sports car. Designed and built by Autocraft in Cornwall during the late 1980s and early 1990s. It was never intended to be a replica of the SS100. Built by Swallow Sidecars in the 1930s. The TS100 was produced as an exclusive hand-built aluminium car. A turnkey sports car in its own right. Using more modern mechanical parts and build methods. Other manufacturers attempted to build a car in similar style. Or tried to replicate the original SS100. Without much success. Most other manufacturers did not use Jaguar mechanical parts, and were purposefully designed kit cars with fiberglass bodies. Not the Stedman TS100. It's a full aluminium body with a steel chassis. The lower chassis subassembly is the standard twin-rail design of the 1930s. With cross-bracing added to improve torsional stiffness. The upper subassembly is constructed using both round and square section tubing, as opposed to a wooden ash frame. This provides a strong, secure passenger cell to which the aluminium bodywork is attached. And is also fitted with a heavy aluminium firewall between the engine bay and the cockpit. The Stedman TS100 is fitted with a 4.2-litre Jaguar XJ6 double overhead camshaft. As an inline 6-cylinder engine. With automatic transmissions. This Stedman is one of the very few left-hand drive vehicles. The front and rear suspension, brakes, and steering are also taken from the Jaguar XJ6. Which has been rebodied, retaining its original wheelbase and therefore its tested and approved road-holding capabilities. Only 28 Stedman TS100s were built before the bank foreclosed the company in 1991. There are only 28 known TS100 cars around the world, and one in Belgium. This TS100 is the first and only Belgian-registered old-timer. Restoration and registration took over 12 months. The TS100s were built entirely to order, by the Stedman Motor Company Autocraft Limited in Hale, Cornwall, UK. A self-build option was offered. But it is not believed that any cars were actually sold in that form. The rolling chassis with body already attached was to be the basis of a self-build project. However, taking into account the cost of all the ancillary TS100 specific parts including the engine, gearbox, upholstery and paintwork, the cost would have risen dramatically. In 2015, a large quantity of original specific TS100 parts, which included all the aluminium body panels, lights, fitments and build plans, were traced to the USA. These have now been returned to the UK and are available only through the TS100 Club. At the time, prices for a complete car rose from £36,000 in 1989 to £49,500 by the time the company ceased trading in the early 1990s. Each car took some 1,850 skilled man-hours to complete. The body is paneled throughout in 16-gauge aluminium, mounted on the fabricated steel chassis frame. To protect the steel fuel tank, the rear end is slightly altered and contains the luggage boot. The fuel tank capacity is 8 gallons. With easy driving, the fuel consumption is slightly over 20 miles per gallon. The reduced weight of the TS100 gives a brim-to-brim mileage of around 200 miles. The single spare wheel provides added protection to the fuel tank. It is mounted in the traditional SS100 position, vertically at the extreme rear of the car.